Aren't you done yet? So what's the word? Come on, hurry up and tell me what's going on. The hospital's gotta be closed by now. Why wouldn't you answer me?
Sorry, I just got out of my appointment. Same as last time. I'm still not pregnant.
I knew it. We've been married for 2 years now, and you still haven't been able to get pregnant. Why would anything change now, after all? You really can't do anything right, you know that?
I can't do anything right? Nothing at all?
Yeah, you heard me. I mean, just look at how you still haven't been able to get pregnant. You're supposed to be a stay-at-home housewife, but you can't even give me one kid. What are you even doing all day around the house by yourself? You're not doing a good job as a wife. You should count your blessings that I've been able to give you that life as a housewife. And yet you don't seem very grateful to me for all that I do for you.
But this is what you wanted. Don't you remember? Back before we got married, you told me about how both of your parents worked and were never around the house. So you told me you wanted me to stay at home and be a housewife after we got married. Do you not remember telling me that sob story, Mike? About how lonely it was without your parents around?
Ultimately, you're the one who agreed to become a housewife, though, right?
Look, once we had been married for a while and gotten all settled in, I talked to you about this. I told you I thought maybe I'd like to go get a part-time job during the day while you're at work. You're the one who told me you didn't want me to do that. Have you forgotten?
You know who my dad is, right? He's the CEO of his own company. Meaning I'm gonna be the next CEO whenever he retires. You understand that, right? How would it look if the future CEO's wife was out working some part-time job? People might think the company's in trouble. You've got more important things to take care of anyway. If you don't hurry up and get pregnant, I'm gonna be through with you.
Oh, is that so? What, you're just going to throw me out if I don't give you a child? What are you talking about? Is that all I'm good for to you? I'm supposed to be some baby-making factory?
That's your main job, yeah. Didn't you know that? I thought it was obvious. I've been nice enough to provide everything for you so you can just lay around the house all day. And you repay me by neglecting your duties as a wife. You're supposed to give me an heir so we can keep this company in the family.
Well, then why don't you come to the doctor with me to get checked out?
Why would I need to go get checked out? How is this my fault?
It very well could be. We should both see the doctor to figure out why we're struggling to have kids. You keep making me go get checked out over and over again, and I've done it. No matter how many tests they run, the doctors keep telling me there's nothing wrong with me. So why do you think it is that I still haven't gotten pregnant, huh? If there's nothing wrong with me, what do you think that means? Have you ever considered that it might not be my fault at all?
Don't make me laugh. Are you really trying to say you think it's my fault you can't get pregnant? What a ridiculous thing to think. It has to be your fault. There's nothing wrong with me. And if you need proof, you're the one who's still not pregnant, right? What more do you need? I'm a man, so I can't get pregnant in the first place. That's normal for me, but it's weird that you can't get pregnant.
You know there are all kinds of reasons people struggle to have kids, right? There are plenty of cases where there's nothing wrong with the mother's body at all, you know.
That's impossible. Don't try to feed me that nonsense. Even if that does happen to some guys, that's absolutely not the case with me. Of everyone else in my family, I'm the only one who hasn't had any kids yet. There's no way there's anything wrong with me. Even my little brother already has a kid. That's not supposed to happen. It's not my fault that we're the only ones without kids. My family has never had a problem like that before.
Then why don't you go and prove it to me? What are you afraid of? Look, either you wait for it to happen naturally, like we have been doing, or you can go to the doctor and get checked out. But you refuse to do that. What do you want me to do since you won't do anything at all?
I keep telling you, no matter how you look at it, You have to be the reason we can't have kids. And here I am working every day to make sure you can have every little thing you've ever wanted in life. The least you could do to repay me is fulfilling your duty as a wife to give me at least one kid. It's a complete dereliction of duty what you're doing. You know that.
What, am I in the army or something all of a sudden?
I'm giving you 6 more months, all right? Then I'll do what I have to do.
Oh yeah? And what's that, huh?
I can see a divorce in the not-too-distant future.
Oh my god, you're really thinking about divorcing me?
Yeah, if we get a divorce, you'd be in big trouble, wouldn't you? How would you make ends meet without me around to take care of you? There's no way a spoiled housewife like you would ever be able to go out and work for a living. The only thing you're good for in life is taking care of the nice, comfortable home I put you up in. And you can barely even do that. All I'm asking you to do is give me an heir to the family fortune. Is that too much to ask?
So you only married me because you wanted a housekeeper? Is that what you're telling me? And to have kids for you. That's all. Are you really saying this to me, Mark? Are you listening to me? Mark? Don't just ignore me like this. Answer me! Hey! It's been too long since we've talked. How have you been, Courtney? Oh, hey, Lauren. It's so good to hear from you. I've been doing pretty good, I guess. That doesn't sound too convincing. Come on now, tell me what's really going on. Well, it's just that I've been feeling kind of sick lately. Not even sick, really. I'm just exhausted all the time for some reason. Oh my god, are you okay? Have you seen the doctor about it? I think it might just be that the weather's changing, you know? It's pretty easy to catch a little cold or something this time of year. But it's not like I'm dying or anything. I'm still up and about. Anyway, what's up with you? I wasn't expecting to hear from you today. I actually have something I need to tell you. Oh yeah? Good news, I hope. It is! I'm getting married! Oh, wow. Really? Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. So are you marrying that guy you were seeing last time we talked? God, it's really been too long. How long have you guys been together now? Yeah, we're still together. That's the one. Remember how I told you he had started up his own business a couple years ago? Yeah, he's a lawyer, right? I remember you telling me that he had finally started up his own law firm after wanting to for a long time. Exactly. Well, his firm has been super successful. They've been able to pick up a ton of really important clients. So now that his business is running so smoothly and he finally has time to think about something other than work, he proposed to me. Oh my god, that's great. Sounds like you two are going to have a great life together. A couple years back, I remember you celebrating your 5th anniversary with him. So finally, after 7 years, he proposed to you, huh? It's actually been a little over 8 years now. I was beginning to think he was never going to pull the trigger. I mean, we've both been really focused on our careers, so it just kind of got put on the back burner for a really long time. We've been together so long at this point, I don't think getting married is really going to change things between us that much, if at all. So anyway, Courtney, I really want you to be part of the bridal party. Of course. I'd love to. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And you'll bring your husband with you, right? You mean Mark? Okay. Thank you for reminding me of his name. I was too embarrassed to ask. I'm not sure if he'll be able to make it. I'll definitely ask him, but I bet I'll end up coming by myself. Oh, that's too bad. Wait a minute, is something going on between you two? You know you can talk to me about anything, right? Why would you think anything's wrong? Back when we used to work together, you were always so full of life. But like, I don't know, you sound kind of bummed out right now. Is everything okay? I think it might just be because I'm not working anymore. I've gotten too used to living a slower-paced life now. Do you ever think you might want to start working again? You were so good at your job after all. I know you really enjoyed it. Oh, I would love to come back and work with you again, Lauren. It was so much fun. It's not like I quit because I didn't like my job or anything. Of course, I would love to still be out in the world working. But I have so much to do around the house now since Mark's so busy with his job. I don't know if it'd be possible. I don't know, Courtney. If anyone could balance a career and her home life, I'd put my money on you. Sure, if I was just living on my own, it would be no problem. It's not like I haven't done it before. But the level of cleaning that my husband expects is really out of control. He thinks the place should look like it just had a professional cleaning service come through at all times. There's just no way I would have the time to keep everything up to his standards if I were still working. If I weren't at home all day getting things done around the house, it just wouldn't be possible. So, he expects you to just stay at home and take care of his every little need for him? Well, he's away a lot for work. He's been working really long hours, so he would have a hard time keeping up with the housework on his own. Are you really okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Trust me. I've told you before that I don't really mind doing housework, right? In fact, I really enjoy cooking. Well, yeah. I remember when you used to take all those cooking classes for fun. You could have been a chef, you know? Look, if you ever need anything from me, just let me know, okay? Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate that. But I really am fine. More importantly, when's your wedding? I'm so excited. 3 months from now. It's going to be on the second Saturday in April. Okay, I'll make sure to talk to Mark about it and let him know I'll be out that day, even if he can't come. I'll let you know when I figure out if it'll just be me or if he can make it too. Okay, thanks. I'll talk to you soon. And don't wear yourself out with all that housewife stuff, all right, Courtney? Thanks. I'll try not to.
I'm going out for drinks after work today, so you don't need to make me anything for dinner. I'll just get something while I'm out. I think we're going to a tapas place or something. Could you just make sure the shower is clean when I get home? I want to take a shower before I go to bed. Oh, and could you leave my pajamas out for me? Also, some of the guys want me to go play golf tomorrow, so I'll be out all day. Put my golf bag by the door for me, so I'll be ready to go in the morning.
Hey, Mark. Listen, I'm really sorry. I'm not feeling very well today. There's something I wanted to talk to you about, too. I hate to ask you this, but could you come straight home tonight after work?
What, are you nuts? Are you trying to shirk your responsibilities again? What good is it having a wife if she can't do anything for you? You're not the one out here working for a living. I am. The least you can do is take care of things around the house for me. It shouldn't be too much trouble to find my golf bag and put it by the door. I'm really not asking that much of you. Why can't you just do it? Is this really how you think an adult acts? Why don't you show your husband a little respect?
Jeez, you don't have to go off on me like that.
Why shouldn't I? Everything I'm saying is true. You were complaining about not feeling well last Friday, too. It's pretty obvious you're just being lazy. Grown-ups don't make excuses like that all the time, you know. I let you sit around the house doing whatever you want all day, and this is how you repay me? Can't you at least take care of yourself so that you can do things like get my golf bag ready to go for me?
Look, that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. Can you please just come home as soon as you can?
I don't want to hear your excuses about how bad you feel. I'm tired of it. What are you trying to waste my time making me listen to your little sob story about how hard your life is? You know, I wish I had it as easy as you. Just laying around the house all day. You get to eat whenever you get hungry. If you're tired, you can just take a nap. And the rest of the time, you can sit around watching whatever trash TV you want. It's like every day is a day off for you. Don't you think I might like to live like that?
I spend all day cleaning up and doing whatever other chores you ask me to do. Before I know it, the day is over and I've barely had any time for myself. I never have a day off from being your wife, ever, you know?
And whose fault is it that you're alone all day? Why don't you have any kids to help out around the house? It's just the two of us living there. How hard could it be keeping the place clean? How can you try to tell me with a straight face that you're hard at work at home all day? You're not even very good at housework. I can always find things I wish you'd done better. With the way you do simple things like that, I can't imagine how you ever had a real job. You must have been terrible at it. There's just no way you'd last a day at my company.
I'd have no problem keeping up with a normal amount of housework. But you expect the impossible. It's not like I can do what a professional cleaning service can do every single day.
Both my parents were always really busy with work, you know that? But my dad has been a CEO for a long time, so we always had money. We actually did have a team of professional housekeepers taking care of everything every day. That's the environment I was raised in. So why would I expect anything different? I'm working my butt off day in and day out to provide for you. All I'm asking in return is that you do your job like a good housewife and keep the place looking nice. How hard is that?
Look, I wanted to tell you this in person, but it sounds like you're not going to come home tonight. So I'll just say it. I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant?
Yes, that's why I haven't been feeling well. This weariness I've been feeling is an early sign of pregnancy. Pretty soon here, my morning sickness might get really bad too. And once I get really big, it's going to be tough for me to get around the way I usually can. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Do you get it now?
Oh, so you're going to be that kind of pregnant lady, huh? I should have known.
What do you mean by that?
If you think just because you're pregnant, everybody should do everything for you, you've got another thing coming. You better not think that I'm going to go out of my way to do your chores for you.
Wait a minute. This can't be real. I just told you I'm pregnant and this is how you react? That's the first thing that comes to mind for you. What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me at all. Just like I told you. All you're telling me is that you're finally going to give me an heir. Well, it's about time.
I don't know if you even care at this point, but we're having twins.
Twins?
Yes, I'm pregnant with twins. The doctors say that having twins can make a pregnancy much more difficult than usual. Do you even care at all? It's not like I can control the way my body is feeling through all this. And this is only the beginning. I have no idea how bad it's going to get. I can tell you one thing I know for sure, though. Things are not going to be the way they have been around here.
Oh, come on now. How different is it really going to be? It's not like you were doing a great job being a housewife anyway. And now that you finally got pregnant with twins, you want me to be super extra considerate of you? Stop being so selfish. You're so spoiled. I can't believe I let you get like this.
Are you not happy that we're having kids? I thought this is what you wanted.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have explained this many times before. It's your job to give me kids. Why should I be all excited just because you're finally living up to your end of the deal? The most important thing right now is that you get all my golf gear out and ready to go so I don't miss my tea time tomorrow morning. And polish my clubs while you're at it. Something tells me I'm going to have a good day on the course tomorrow. I want to make sure I look good doing it. All right, I've got to go. Don't you dare try to slack off while I'm out just because you're pregnant.
You can't be serious. I just told you I'm pregnant. Isn't there anything else you have to say to me? Anything you want to ask? Mark? Mark, you made it to the hospital, right?
Yeah, I just needed some fresh air, so I stepped outside. I've always hated hospitals ever since I was a kid.
Did you see the kids yet?
I'll see them soon enough. What's the big deal? So, when are you getting out of the hospital anyway? If you're thinking of making up some excuse for why you have to stay in there for like a week or something, don't even try it. You've already been away long enough as is since you checked in early due to complications with your pregnancy. Somebody has to do the housework, you know. Must be nice to take such a long break from all your responsibilities.
Well, since I gave birth a little earlier than my due date, they want to keep the kids and me here for a while to make sure we're all okay. The doctors haven't decided when it'll be safe for us to come home yet.
It's already been a whole week since they were born. How long do they need to monitor you for? I'm here to pick you up. Didn't you realize that's the only reason I came by? And this hospital's way out of my way. Why'd you make me drive all the way over here if you weren't ready to go? Do you know how much time I wasted driving all the way over here? I could have been out drinking with the guys from the office.
They had the best doctors here. And with all the complications I've had during my pregnancy, I thought this was the best place to go.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, sure, it was so complicated. You're back in your room now? You weren't in there when I came by, so I left something on top of your bed for you.
Are you talking about the divorce papers you left here? So this isn't a joke?
Yeah, that's it. Just sign it for me and I'll take care of the rest, alright?
But why exactly are you divorcing me right now?
What else am I supposed to do when you keep breaking your promises to me?
Breaking my promises? What on earth are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just because you gave birth, that doesn't mean you can let the house go the way you did. That is absolutely not allowed, and you know that. I still come first, not the kids. I thought you knew that. I will not allow you to let this house get any dirtier than it already is. And did you really think you could take all this time off from cooking for me? How dare you make me do any housework when you're supposed to be the stay-at-home mom in this relationship?
Have you lost your mind? I'm still in the hospital after just giving birth.
Go ahead and sign those papers for me. If you don't meet all my expectations when you and the kids get home, I'll go ahead and finalize the divorce. You're unemployed and have 2 small kids to care for. You really can't afford to get a divorce right now, can you?
No, it's fine. I'm happy to sign.
Wait, what? Did you just say you're happy to sign? Huh?
Yeah, you're talking about getting a divorce again, right? I'd love nothing more than to sign these papers for you. Thanks for bringing them by. I'm going to need you to sign right away, too, if that's all right with you. I mean, I can't get the divorce finalized until you do, after all.
Hang on. What has gotten into you? Do you hear what you're saying? You don't really want to get divorced, do you? What are you going to do without me? How will you make ends meet if we get divorced?
What are you talking about? I just told you I'm happy to get this over with. I'll be just fine without you. Why wouldn't I be?
You've been a housewife for almost 3 years now. You don't have any money. How would you possibly get by with no money and 2 babies to feed?
I should have known that you never had any intention of looking after these kids. Now I have no doubts left about divorcing you. Let's do this! Thanks for giving me the final nudge I needed.
Are you out of your mind? How will you survive?
I mean, I've been thinking about this for a long time now. Didn't you realize that? Why would I not be thinking about divorcing you? You've made my life miserable for so long now. You refused to do anything at all around the house, even while I was pregnant. And you obviously don't care about my feelings at all. I finally gave birth to twins, which you've been on my back about for years, and you haven't even come to visit us a whole week after they were born. Your parents came to see us right away, you know. But you couldn't be bothered to take the time to come see your own children.
Of course my parents went right away. They've been looking forward to having more grandkids for a while now.
And what about you? Haven't you been looking forward to finally having kids of your own?
Well, I mean...
You never really wanted kids, did you? I know what you really wanted. It's not that hard to figure out, you know. You knew your parents would love to have more grandkids, and you figured they'd give us a bunch of money to celebrate their birth, right?
How did you know that's what I was after?
It's the perfect excuse for you to ask for money. And it's been obvious how willing your parents are to give it to us. I know you've been telling them you need money for the delivery, or for clothes after the kids are born, or for diapers or baby food or whatever. You've used every excuse you can think of to squeeze as much money out of them as you can. Did you think I haven't noticed all that money they've been giving you? And you know what else they told me? That even before I was pregnant, they were giving you money that you said you needed for fertility treatments.
Oh my God. Why would they tell you all that?
Now that money I knew nothing about. I never saw one dime of it. And I certainly never used any of it, so where did it all go? You know what your parents told me when they came to visit me in the hospital? They said they were surprised at how expensive it was to have kids these days.
Oh my God. Please tell me you didn't tell my dad that you didn't get any of that money. Did you?
At first I didn't know just how much you'd scammed them out of. So I just told them I didn't think it was too expensive. After all my time in the hospital and the delivery comes out to about $5,000 after insurance. They looked really confused when I told them that. So I asked them what was wrong, and they had told me the whole story. I couldn't believe you would lie to your own parents saying you needed money for your pregnant wife and then spend it all on yourself.
No, it's not like that. I was just saving all that money up for the kids. For their college funds. You have to tell my parents that's what it's for. You have to do that for me.
Why should I do that? I'm not going to lie to them for you. I know you were spending all that money on your girlfriend anyway.
What? What did you just say?
Your dad looked into it for me. He spent his own money on a private investigator. And guess what he found out? While I've been here in the hospital, you've gotten really sloppy. You even invited your girlfriend over to our house almost every night. Did you really think you wouldn't get caught?
He was spying on me.
And she's some young girl who works with you, right? And she's already married, too. How shameless can you both be to be cheating on your spouses with someone from your office like that? Your dad worked his whole life making that company into what it is today. And this is how you treat it? Like some kind of frat party? What were you thinking?
Let me get this straight. You said my dad hired a private investigator? So you're saying he knows all this too?
He sure does. He said he can't allow his employees to behave that way, especially when they're both married. He also said that there's no way he can let that slide, so he's thinking about firing you both. I'd imagine he'll be contacting you pretty soon.
This can't be happening.
Honestly, I think you'll be getting off easy if all he does is fire you.
Why? What else could he do?
I wouldn't be surprised if he disowns you, too.
He can't do that. I'm his firstborn son.
He said he's not worried about the future of the company since your little brother is there, too. He said he's probably the better choice for the job anyway. This is what you get when you treat your wife like a servant and lie to your parents to get money out of them. And everybody knows that you don't really do any work at the office. All you do is walk around making sure everybody knows you're the CEO's son. So your dad said he can't leave the future of his company up to someone none of the employees trust. You gave him a great excuse to hand the company over to your brother. So which one of us was really neglecting their duties?
No, this can't be true. I was always supposed to be the next CEO.
He said any son who ruins his chances of spending time with his grandchildren is no son at all. He was really upset about the whole situation. Your dad did so much more than you for me and the kids. There's just no comparison. I can see that he really cares about us. And he even apologized to me.
Courtney, I'm so sorry. That girl I was cheating with is married too. We were just playing around. I promise we'll break up.
It's too late for that now. Sure, finding out you've been cheating on me gave me the last little nudge I needed, like I said earlier. But I've been thinking about divorcing you for a really long time now.
No, don't say that. Why would you want to divorce me? If you divorce me and my dad cuts me off, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to make it on my own?
Do you ever think about anyone besides yourself? Look, I'm on doctor's orders to take it easy for a while after giving birth. I'll leave things up to my lawyer for now. You'll be hearing from them soon.
You're a lawyer?
Yeah, my friend's husband is a lawyer. He's going to be in touch with you. He has his own firm and is really successful, so I don't think this is going to go well for you.
Wait a minute. Before you go and get a lawyer involved, let's talk this over as husband and wife. Can't we do that? You just gave birth to twins. What are you going to do? I'm your only source of income. How will you get by without me?
I'm going back to my old job, so I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Remember when I went to my friend's wedding a few months ago? The one you didn't want to go to?
Yeah, you said you used to work with her.
That's the one. We were co-workers for a long time. I always loved working with her. She's the CEO of the company I used to work at. Didn't I mention that?
The CEO?
Yeah. I started working there right when she first started the company. Once I told her what was going on with me, she said she'd set things up so that I can work from home. She also told me they have a daycare center in the office now, so I can use it whenever I do come into the office. She's really excited about me coming back to work with her again. Since she's making it so easy for me to come back, I'm definitely taking her up on her offer. Plus, I'll be getting alimony and child support payments from you on top of whatever I earn. I'll have no problem at all living a pretty comfortable life.
No way.
Well, I'm pretty sure there is a way. Like I said, my friend's husband is an excellent lawyer. He's going to make sure that he gets as much as he possibly can from you for me.
But I might get fired from my job. How am I supposed to pay for all that?
Sorry to go. It's time for me to feed the twins, so I'm turning off my notifications.
Wait, Courtney! No! How can you just leave me all alone like this? Are you really going to do this to me? Courtney! I promise I'll help out around the house from now on. Please, just come back to me. I'm begging you!
Of course, I divorced that awful husband of mine. My lawyer made sure to get me plenty of alimony and child support payments. I also sued the other woman for causing me emotional distress. In the end, my former father-in-law decided he couldn't bring himself to fire his own son, but he did demote both him and that girl he was cheating on me with. Part of the reason my ex's dad didn't fire him is that he wanted to make sure his son could keep paying me what he owed me. He made sure that his loser son has a strict boss who's always on him about every little thing. So he has to actually do work now. There's no way my ex will ever find success in life now. Everyone at the company knows he's the CEO's son, too. So it's going to be pretty humiliating for him to work the rest of his life as a low-level employee, even though he's the boss's son. But that's the life he made for himself. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and let us know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell for notifications.